Hey, so glad you could join me. I'm really bad at intros, so I'm probably not going to include an intro on this video, except for the one that I made that I'm really excited to share because it's so spooky and cute. Thank you for stumbling on my little corner of the internet. For those of you who don't know, I'm Chelsea. I run the Instagram account Chelsea Reads. I've been a bookstagrammer for going on like 4 years now. And I just thought that I would branch off and try my hand at BookTube. I've seen a lot of my friends get on the BookTube train lately, and I just have been an avid BookTube watcher for like my entire time on Bookstagram, so I figure why not try it myself. It's proving to be a lot harder than I expected. It's very like nerve-wracking, especially for people like myself who I'm just like, I don't know what to say. But that's okay. I'll get better as time goes on. Today I'm going to be sharing my October spooky TBR with you guys. I'm super excited. October is my favorite month of the year. I love all of the fall aesthetics and decorations, and I'm just so excited to live my best fall spooky Halloween life. So I'm really excited to share my TBR with you guys. I think I said that already. That's okay. A little spoiler warning here for a quick second. I will be sharing the September owlcrate book because that is on my TBR. I use TBR in air quotes because I don't really like calling it a TBR. I am a mood reader, so this is all subject to change, but this is what I had set out for to read this month. So hopefully I will be able to stick with it. I've had kind of like a slumpy last half of the year. Since COVID started, I haven't really had like the motivation to read, and I've only finished one book in the last like 3 months, and it was Blood and Honey, which I gave 5 stars. It was so good. I loved it so much. I'm not over it, and I don't know how I'm going to survive waiting for the 3rd book. I am wearing my Blood and Honey Fable Band from Fable Band. So let's get into the TBR. This month I tried to pick as many spooky books as I could possibly think to read this month. Mostly because, I mean, it's October. Why wouldn't I read spooky books? I keep saying a lot and it's driving me nuts. However, because I'm also a stay-at-home mom with a busy toddler, there are only a certain amount of times during the day when I'm actually able to read. She doesn't nap anymore, so I don't really get to read until like late at night or super early in the morning, but that's okay. I have a TBR set, and well, not set, I mean it's subject to change like I stated. I'm really going to try and stick to what I picked out for myself because they all sound super good. The first book that I'm going to be reading is an ARC that was sent to me by HCC Frenzy. This is Canadian publishing house, HarperCollins Canada. I'll be reading Master of One. This is by Jada Jones and Danielle Bennett. I'm super excited to read this book. It was pitched as a cross between Six of Crows and Quill Prince. While I haven't read The Quill Prince yet, I know, gasp, I have read Six of Crows. I absolutely love Leigh Bardugo. She is my 100% favorite author. So I'm really excited to pick this up. There's queer romance, heists, fae, magic, all that fun stuff. All the things that I love. It's not actually a spooky book, but I already started reading it, so it gets put on the list. I'm super excited about it. The next book that I'm planning on reading is The Scapegracers. This is by Hannah Abigail Clark. I guess I should show you guys. This is a sapphic YA fiction, which I'm super excited for because I don't have that many LGBTQ representing books. I mean, the only one that I had ever read was Carry On, and I'm just super happy to add more of these to my collection because I just want to have an inclusive library, and I've been doing my best to make sure that I buy books that are inclusive and diverse. So Really excited to read this. It has all the elements that I love. It's spooky, it has witches, it has mythology and folklore, and I'm just super excited. The main character's name is Sideways, so I'm really excited to read this book. Spoiler warning, the next book that I'm going to be showing is the September owlcrate book. So if you haven't seen it, I will leave a timestamp in the description where you can skip ahead to the last book that I have on my list. So without further ado, the next book that is on my list is Horrid. This is the owlcrate version. It is super stunning. I love it. This is a psychological thriller. And it sounds super interesting. It has to do with like plants and eating them and all that weird stuff. But psychological thriller is probably one of my favorite subgenres. Dawn Kurtagich is one of my favorite psychological thriller authors. She writes, she wrote Teeth in the Mist, she wrote And the Trees Crept In, and The Dead House, and I read all three of those last year, and they were so good. Teeth in the Mist actually creeped me out because every time I was reading it, it was raining. So it was like, oh, the atmosphere was set perfectly, and I'm just super excited to get those same feels from this book. Last book on my list is something that I'm super excited for. It is an adult thriller, which I don't have too many of those either, but it is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This goes down as one of the most expensive books I've ever purchased in my life. I've never paid $38 for a book before, but I had to have this. I do have Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Hopefully I'll be getting to that as well. But I'm just super excited to read this. This was really praised, highly recommended, highly reviewed, praised. Either way, a lot of people, a lot of reputable bookstagrammers and booktubers said this was amazing, especially if you're into that type of thriller. So I'm super excited. And that, my friends, is my Spooktober TBR. I'm super excited about it. You guys can follow me and my reading progress on Instagram. I have a lot of fun stuff planned for October. I'm thinking of doing a couple of like chill reading live sessions. This idea was kind of inspired by my friend Raven, and I'll leave her link below as well. She's an amazing bookstagrammer, and she puts a lot of hard work into her pictures and also her monthly challenge that she does. She started a monthly challenge to help people read for their TBRs and get books knocked off their lists and stuff. And it started off with 1,000 pages in a week, and then we just had one that was 500 pages over the weekend, which I participated in, and it was so much fun. I absolutely love participating in it. She does lives. Her co-hosts were doing lives as well, which is basically you just sit on Instagram live and read for the full hour uninterrupted. It was a lot of fun, and I actually got a lot of reading done. That was when I actually finished Blood and Honey, was because of that readathon. I wanted to do something similar to that. I actually reached out to her and talked to her about this, and she was pretty for it. So I'm hoping to host a couple of chill, no theme reading lives. This is literally you guys can pop in and chat, grab a snack, grab a coffee, read a book for an hour, listen to some chill music, and I just think it would be fun. I want to do one on Halloween where we dress up in costume and listen to music like the Monster Mash and just read until midnight or something. Either way, I've got a lot more fun stuff planned, and I'm hoping that I can pick up a lot of momentum with Bookstagram and BookTube. I'm really excited. I have a lot of faith for October that it's going to be a really good month. I'm just really excited to be here, and I hope you guys really liked this chaotic AF video because I really don't know what's going on here. This is the only take that has actually been okay. So yeah, that was it. I'm gonna go because I don't know what else to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. I'm hoping that editing this will be a lot better because this is just a hot mess. A hot mess. But that's okay. So everyone, have a great evening and stay cozy. Bye!